Welcome and good day all. This is Tehillim29 back again for another subscriber catch-up live stream. And first of all, I want to give a big thanks to all the subscribers to the channel. I'm not too sure how many of you will make it up today, but it's that time again to which, yes, I do need to catch up with the subscribers of the channel. And I must admit, there have been quite a lot of things that I've had to do lately and catch up with lately. For example, making sure that things are arranged on the channel in relation to what I'm putting up in regards to Rainbow Press and comics. Of course, there's another upcoming Joker's World live stream happening this week, and I really hope you get to enjoy that too, because there is a topic coming up, and of course there's a link to that topic when you do get to see it. So continuing on, seeing that no one is presently present right now, maybe I could talk about some of the things that I've been reading. And one of the things that I've been, or actually a couple of the things that I've been reading are some trades. I've been catching up with some trades that I've got here. One trade that I finished recently was Wayward, which had Jim Zub work on it, and also Tamara Bonvillain. Who worked on the art. So I really enjoyed that. What is up with this stream? Okay. Hello to anyone who might be watching. Please feel free to add anything into the text, because it's important to know that things are working well, especially for this live stream. I don't know if there's anything that might be hindering the channel. Or hindering the live stream. All right. Well, getting back to it. I have also been reading some My Hero Academia. So My Hero Academia, what is it that I'm looking for? The school briefs, which has really been nice to catch up with. I'll see if I can pull up a picture of it. Which one I'm reading. Here we go. And I should be catching up with the next couple of this is what I've been reading at the moment, and I hope you can see that on the channel. And I must admit, this has been really nice to catch up with the My Hero Academia light novels. I do have some other light novels I do need to catch up with. So I'll show you one of the other ones that I've been catching up with. and that is The Classroom of the Elite light novel. And presently I am up to the third one in the series. So this has been really interesting to read through. I'll see if I can find a picture of it. No, actually, correction, I am up to volume 4 in the series. So this has been really good, and I am planning something a little bit new for the channel. So I'm sort of giving a little bit of a hint as to what it might be. Other things that I have also been watching, or things that I have been watching, have been Hitman Reborn by Akira Amano. And I must admit, I really have been enjoying the seasons that I've been watching. I've recently started season 6 now, because I've finished 4 and 5. The next thing that I'll be working on is getting up the next 2 seasons out of the way so I can prepare for the video that will go up in relation to that. One of the other things that will also be happening is I'm also preparing to do this time another anime review on the channel. I know with the previous anime reviews that I've covered on the channel, I have covered, for example, Shaman King, and that one's been done differently to how I've done my last review, which will be scheduled to go up in the future. And I decided to use a slightly different method this time, just to help get things sorted out and done, and also to make Hey, thanks and welcome to the channel. And shalom and good day to you too, Shofasune. Another thing that I've also been doing is trying to catch up with as many trades as I've got right now on the channel, or for the channel, so I can get my next graphic novel haul, or my next graphic novels that I've read through, which will be uploaded. I am expecting a delivery today of some comics, or a comic, or a couple of comics through one LCS here in Australia called Incognito Comics. It's really nice to get some of the comics I get from there. I managed to get a hold of a group of comics that I still would like to review on the channel, and they would be considered very much back issue comics. I'll give you the name of them. So, moving into the list of those comics. Oh, that's not them. That's the other one connected to something else. Ah, there we go. It's called The Demon Warrior, but I'm missing an issue there in regards to the series. I am missing issue 4, and I think one more other issue before I start reviewing that series. Thing is, trying to find that issue here in Australia, oh, that's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, those issues, it's going to be a lot of fun. Unless I'm able to get them through the same LCS that I got those ones through. That would be really helpful. I wonder if I might be able to find a cover in relation to it. So, Eastern Comics manga. Here we go. Oh, actually, that might be the place to get those missing comics. Available in stock. Okay, I've got something that I can share in relation to it. Now, this is something I'd really like to review on the channel. I don't care that it was done in 1987. But this is a series I would actually love to collect. So as you can see here, these are the issues. Like I said, I am missing a couple of issues. So this is indicating that there might be 11 overall. That there is... They are missing a little bit of stock, or some stock has been sold, but I might have to consider maybe coming here to get some of those missing issues. Just an idea. And it might be the place to go to actually collect the series. Hey, good to see you, Tevye. Would you like to come in and join in the live stream? I hope you're doing well, and it's nice to see you here. I was just sharing just some comics, and I've also got a bit of a new opening now, or new intro now for the channel, which is really nice to have. Yeah, even though I made it in my spare time just before starting the live stream, it's something a little bit new, a little bit different. You're doing good? Okay, so what's one of the things that, well, you're one of my subscribers for the channel? Okay, you're going, hey, look at this, we've got someone else. Hey, good to see you, Michael Brent. I hope you're doing well. And, okay, so you're going to be eating dinner soon. Understandable. Well, whilst I'm talking about some things that I'd like to get done on the channel, I'd like to know what my subscribers have actually been doing, or what my subscribers have been watching, playing, even reading. This includes comics, trades, manga, anime, in your court. And if you'd like to come and join the live stream, let me know, and I'll happily send an invite to you. Did you hear that Demon Slayer 2 season 2 won't be on Toonami? No, I have seen that there have been a video to go up on it, but I've not actually or heard all of the information about it. So I've seen about it, but I've not actually heard about it. So just to clarify, I have seen, but I've not heard what's happening about it. Kingdom Hearts is now on the Nintendo Switch. Good for Nintendo. At the moment, it looks like for my own personal or one of my consoles, I'll either have to get a new console, which I really don't want to do right now, and I really can't afford to do right now, or try to find at least one controller that bloody works on the thing right now, because the main controller that I usually use on my Xbox One, it's just choosing not to work right now. So that's really fun. Well, not really, but so that only leaves me to play the PlayStation 4. So if I want to watch any DVDs or Blu-rays, I got to watch them on the PlayStation 4, as I can't watch them on the Xbox. I finally saw Spider-Man No Way Home. What did you think of it, Michael Brent? I know I haven't seen it yet, but what were your thoughts on it? Good superhero movies. So it's nice to hear that you enjoyed it. All right. What else do I have in the works? Okay, let's add this. Next thing, I finally caught up with some Eden Zero manga, which is also happening this end here in Australia. I should be getting volume 14 to turn up in the mail soon, and I'm really looking forward to that. It's incredible to see Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland and Spider-Man work to Zero. And Eden Zero anime is on Netflix. Yep, and I have watched the first season of Eden Zero, and I really enjoyed it. Now that I've actually started the actual manga itself, in other words, I finally decided to make a start on the manga here, and I'm enjoying the manga as much as I enjoyed the anime. So, even though one thing with the anime, I can't quite bring some of the music that's actually used in it into playing or into reading it, but that's all right, because there were some really nice tracks in the anime. Really enjoyed the characters, and I'm really enjoying reading and enjoying the characters once again. This week on the channel, I do have some live streams planned, of course, separate from this live stream. It has that fairy tale feel and One Piece feel. Yeah, that's understandable. I've not watched One Piece, but I've got no problem if you enjoy One Piece. If it's one of your faves, great and good for you. For myself, it would probably take me a little while to get into One Piece, but I'm also trying to work on catching up with a manga box set series that I have just left sitting for too long. Well, that plus other manga box set series that have been sitting here for too long. And you'll be surprised when I actually start to reach them and review them on the channel. And at least one thing with the manga box set is that I can review the box set as a whole. I don't know how I'm going to go about putting the review up on the channel yet. It could be done in a live stream type approach, but it might also be done in a different type approach, like how I've normally reviewed my manga. So I'll need some time to think about that first before I jump into it. And did you watch Ruby or Arcane? No and no. I haven't watched any of those right now. Though I have already heard that there are a number of people, or plus a number of channels that do presently enjoy Arcane and how it deals with things like a class system, the higher ups, the lower ups, the slums, the middle section, or the middle class. What the story is all about or how it actually works. Does it really work in regards to the game world where it originally comes from? I don't really know. I haven't played the game. But you know what? If you enjoy that, good for you. So apart from that, has there been anything that you've been reading that you've personally been enjoying? Has there been any manga that you've been reading? Any graphic novels that you've been reading? Or trade paperbacks? I know that I've been covering quite a bit here myself, including some light novels, manga. I should be catching up with another Korean manga again soon, and I'm looking forward to that. Apart from that, after Eden Zero, I'll be reading some Makoto Shinkai. And it's been a while since I've actually read some Makoto Shinkai. The last Makoto Shinkai manga that I read was... Oh, shoot, what was it? Was it Weathering with You? It might have been Weathering with You. I could be incorrect on that. Did you know that The Legend of Zelda and Metroid have manga by Nintendo? I did know The Legend of Zelda had a manga because I have seen it at my local comic store where I've been to, or where I got to travel to before all this BS happened around the world, with a certain psychological operation. And I'll leave it at that. After that, I'll be reading a manga, to which I've also heard that there is an anime of, called I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. And that's another thing that I'm slowly working towards. I don't want to give any surprises just yet what manga box set that I'm making a start of on yet. That will be showing up on the channel. Kingdom Hearts as a manga. Ooh. I do believe I have seen some of the manga volumes also at some of the local comic stores that I've traveled to. And I've also got some good news too, in regards to what's happening or what's being scheduled on the channel, with what's coming up. So after the things for this week have basically been taken care of, so this week, of course, I've got like another small little premiere going up, and that premiere will be showing the intro to this, the subscriber live stream. So I managed to get that completed today, or completed this morning before starting this live stream, and that's really nice. And it will also be nice to share it with my subscribers. After that, with the other comics that will be showing up this week, I've got an indie comic review. Of course, you'll see a link to the comics that will be going on the channel, which are premiered. And in that we have, of course, I've got an indie comic alongside with Joy Operations. I understand there are some people who like it, some people who don't. To be honest, it's starting to become one of my favorite indie comics, or it's on the slow road to becoming one of my favorite indie comics for this year. We've, of course, got the Fool's Gold happening. Have you read any anime or TV series or play video games? All right. One of the last video games that I was playing on my Xbox One before the controller was playing up, I was playing through some Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which, again, not one of my favorite AC games. Thing is a complete terrible mess, and it's too effing long. It is too effing long, literally. They should have just kept it short like the previous versions. This one, they shat their pants. It's the only way to put it. Apart from that, I was playing some other video games outside of that, such as Origami, the first and the sequel. I was also trying some Xbox Games Plus games, but it looks like I might have to cancel that subscription because of what's happening with the controller situation, and until I can get that fixed up. Oh, well, at least I'm going to have a little bit of extra cash to which I could put towards manga or whatever else out of that little situation until that is actually fixed up. The next thing is, what was the other games that I was playing? There was a new game that I was trying called Those Happy Few, I think it's called, or The Happy Few. And it's a story which is somewhat set up in a post-apocalyptic event, takes place after World War II, and here you are going around as a character by the name of Arthur, but I believe the characters sort of like change throughout the story as well. And I was wanting to play that game and see what its story was about. Apart from that, there were some other stories that I tried, or some other games that I tried playing, or another game that I tried getting back into, which was the Ninja Gaiden games. So the Sigma games on the Xbox. Presently unable to play those right now, and that is a little bit frustrating, a little bit annoying, but until that situation's fixed up, I can't do much about it. For things that I am reading, TV series. In regards to TV series, I've tried to catch up with Lost in Space, the remake version of season 3. That is something I need to catch up with. I believe I stopped watching it around episode 1 to 2-ish, but I still need to catch up with that. I've also been watching The Last Airbender. So I've been watching that series through again. And I'm wondering if I might want to do a review on that series. I've also been catching up with another anime called, of course, there's Hitman Reborn, which I've been catching up with. And I've managed to get a review uploaded on the channel, or a review done on the channel for seasons 4 and 5. And of course, I'll be returning back for seasons 5 and 6. 6 and 7, I mean. So I've decided to do that one a slightly different way, using some Livestream software. And I hope that actually goes well for when it does actually get premiered on the channel. I've also been watching the anime Black Butler season 3, which is called Book of Circus. And I can definitely see that's going to actually be a very small probably a small video which will be done covering the story of what happens in that. It is nice to catch up with the character of Ciel and also Sebastian. But in this case, the story is very different compared to the last season or the second season of Black Butler. And I didn't quite expect it to go the way I expected it in the last season. Even though there were some elements that I somewhat enjoyed, there were also some elements that also didn't quite work with the story. One good thing about that last season, I'm glad that the anime for that season isn't actually manga canon, but there are some elements in it that I think could be made manga canon. But I'll have to see when I actually start reading that manga itself. I do have the manga itself waiting to be read. Another series I need to catch up with anime-wise is season 2 of One Punch Man. And due to some changes of Anime Lab here in Australia, Anime Lab is no longer Anime Lab. It is Funimation. So anything that I had saved there of like series that I wanted to watch, all lost. And it's a real bummer because it means that I got to try to find it through the Funimation website. What I don't manage to find on the Funimation website, I might be able to find on the Crunchyroll website, plus whatever websites where I can find those missing anime series that I was wanting to watch through. My goodness. And hopefully I should be able to catch up with the Mob Psycho anime, because I actually want to make a start on the Mob Psycho anime, watching for the first season as well as the second season. And on some good news on the ground of Mob Psycho, there has been a third season being announced that it's going to happen. So that makes things a little bit more exciting for me to actually read through my manga, so I can actually make a start on the anime, and to see how much things have changed in regards to the manga and the anime. I should also be able to catch up with some Fire Force manga this year. Hopefully catch up with some other manga that I've had sitting in reserve and that is also waiting in the background, such as Assassination Classroom. That's one of the manga box sets that I've got here. I've watched the anime. I totally enjoyed it. I need to get around to reading the manga box set. I've read about 1 or 2 volumes of the manga overall. Oh, no. I read about 3 volumes of the manga. Until after that, I decided to get the box set. I still need to catch up with reading the Tokyo Ghoul manga box set. I've got a bit of a surprise in regards to another manga box set, which will be shown on the channel in the future. But actually, back on the topic of the channel and some upcoming comic reviews, there's something coming out next week, which I think you'll definitely want to look out for. And that begins... Oh, hello, little Russian bot. Thank you for coming to support the channel. So let's put you in timeout. And adding to the views. So apart from that, I do have Tokyo Ghoul, which I have also waiting to be read. I have the Full Metal Alchemist manga, which I need to read through. Even though I have reviewed the 2 of the 3-in-1s on the channel. Have I ever played Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword yet? No, I haven't, Michael Brent, but thank you for asking. I do appreciate you asking. Another manga that I also need to catch up with is the Dragon Ball Z manga. Not the Dragon Ball or the Dragon Ball Super. In fact, Dragon Ball Z, because it has probably one of my favorite characters in the series of Dragon Ball. And it's probably one of the things that sort of like, though the character is quite small, I don't know how big sort of like the reader fan base, or how big the reader fan base is for his character. And I understand that there are some people that like Trunks. In my case, I'm sort of like the person who likes the character of Gohan, because I enjoyed Gohan in the Cell Saga in the anime, which I watched many years ago. And it's sort of like one of my favorite events, to which you get to see Gohan, in some essence, also get some training in with his father. So I'm really going to look forward to reading that manga of the Dragon Ball Z. And should I really come to enjoy reading reading and finishing off Dragon Ball Z, of course I'll probably do a review on it on the channel. And no doubt it will probably be a long review. I can see myself doing a long review on it. Maybe about 20 minutes long, because it's got about, I think it's got 26 volumes. It's either 26 or 27 volumes of manga in it, in the box set. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Then there's the Full Metal Alchemist, which I think also has around the same amount, 27 volumes, which I'm going to have to review on the channel too. My goodness. Getting back to what I was wanting to talk about for what's coming next week after this week's reviews. and that is the top 5s of 2021, which will be showing up on the channel. And I'm looking forward to reviewing or having those go up on the channel. And I hope you do as well. I will not give any idea as to how long the top 5s will be, but I will be setting that premiere for 5 minutes for each one. I might choose something different for each one as well in regards to the premiere. And so I'll give you a little bit of a thing of what I'll be covering on each one. And I've also included a bit of a surprise one as well, so which will also be going up on one of the days of that week. And I'm not going to give any hints as to what it is. So starting off with one of the ones that will be going up next week will be the top 5 worst DC comics. That's one of the ones that will be coming or going up. Then we've got the top 5 worst comics of 2021, top 5 indie comics of 2021, top 5 DC comics of 2021, top 5 manga of 2021, and top 5 anime of 2021. So stay tuned for when they go up. And I really hope you enjoyed the choices. And that week I've got, what week is it? Okay, we've got a Super Sons related review going out next week. I'm not going to say which one yet, but you'll find out when you see the Comic Hall one that goes up. We got a Marvel comic review going up. Of course, some DC comic reviews going up. And some connected to a anime plus manga series that I personally enjoy. But I'm not going to give any clues as to what that is. I'll let you check that out for yourself when it goes up. So yes, next week on the channel, I will be having the top 5s go up, and I really hope you enjoy watching them. And on top of that, you can watch them as many times as you like. And I mean that you can watch them as many times as you like. And I'd also love to hear your feedback of what your top 5s were in relation to each of those categories that are covered on the top 5 that will be shown on my channel. So whatever your top 5 might be for 2021, I'd love to hear it because it's important. And who knows, maybe you might actually bring up something that I might actually want to pick up. And I'm always up for suggestions, ideas, and if I happen to enjoy a recommendation, yes, and I am really, 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 really looking forward to that, Michael Brent. Personally, with the way that they're planning on doing it, I'd probably be better off if they did it in the fashion of, say, Batman and Son, or the Son of Batman anime, but of course, with it being out of my hands, I really hope they bring Peter J. Tomasi on board, because they're going to need his help, because it's his idea. Hey! Didn't know Super Sons was getting a movie. Shinkai, nice to see you. I hope you're doing well. I haven't completely finished the live stream yet, but this live stream isn't about me, but it's also about the subscribers to the channel. One of the things that I did get to ask earlier is, well, what have my subscribers been watching, reading, or even video games that you're playing? Michael also asked me the same question back, and I also let him know some of the video games that I've been playing, linked to my Xbox One, to which my Xbox One and controller just aren't working right now, so that puts me on the back burner until I can get that situation fixed up. So that's a bit of a boo situation for me. Until I get that fixed up in regards to the controller, some of the games that I played before the thing played up, there was, of course, some Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which is just way too fucking long. It's a terrible game. It really is. It's not the best of games, but I do want to finish the game off at least. I was playing some Origami as well. I'm also meant to be expecting a comic book delivery today. Video games. You've been playing the Arkham games. The Origins. Ooh, that's a fun game to play. Arkham Origins. Been watching Elementary, basically Sherlock in New York. Made a female Watson and not based on identity politics. That's good to hear, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. And what manga or anime have you been watching that you have been personally enjoying right now? For myself, I've been watching some Reborn! So I've finally caught up with some Reborn, some Hitman Reborn, and I'm already up to season 6 right now, and I'm slowly getting through that. Or I'm taking my time getting through that. I'm also watching Black Butler, Book of Circus. Yep. Reborn, the best. Oh, actually, that's something I should have... that's something I could somewhat probably share. Share video file. Oh, it depends. Would you like to see something that I've got planned in regards to Reborn for when its review goes up, especially for seasons 4 and 5? Yes, okay, you're going to get a little bit of a spoiler. So, reading the Hayate Combat Butler and watching Ranking of Kings. Ooh, that's nice. That's good to hear. And what are your thoughts on both of them? Always up for some Reborn content. Okay. Okay, I'll give you a bit of a teaser one. Oh, hold on. Wrong one. Video file. All right. I'll start off with this one first. This one isn't very long, but it is preparation in regards to something that will be linked to the review going up on the channel. And definitely stay tuned for it. I do have another one. But if I show the other one, it might link to some spoilers. So you're getting that one right now. And I hope you just enjoy that little teaser. So, but that will be used to promote. Yes. And on the topic of Bleach as well, Michael Brent, I've finally got manga related content in relation to Bleach. You will see me. I had to think about what music that I'd actually use for it, and it's something. Oh, its title is called "Speaking Out," and it's just something that I've had on my hard disk drive, and for quite a while, and I think I originally found it through the software that I originally had in regards to, what was it? The Power Director software. And when I first heard it, I liked the sound of it, or it ended up finding it somewhere in my disk drive, and I thought, you know what, that actually suits Suna's character. Why? Because he actually tries to stand up and speak up, not only for himself, but as he grows, he also learns to speak up for others. And I really like that about that and his character. Saint Seiya and Bleach are highly underrated, yet Bleach is coming back. Yeah, Reborn's underrated too, and it needs to come back. I mean it. It's become one of my favorites in the manga, but I'd really love to own the manga all in English, all 42 volumes in English. And I'd love it even if Viz Media brought it out in a box set. I really would. And also including the light novels that are connected to the series as well. Shaman King is back, but no Hitman. Oh, that reminds me, I will need to catch up with some Shaman King. That might be something that I could probably do after finishing Black Butler Season 3. And one good thing about Black Butler Season 3, at least it's not very long. And I've also been looking at how many episodes that there have been covered in. I've not gone back and watched it yet. And that's Shaman King. The last time I finished Shaman King, it was at episode 24. So I need to go back and watch the next 12 episodes so I can prepare the next big review on it. No doubt it is a fun and enjoyable series. Not only that, I have also been enjoying the Shaman King manga. And it probably won't be long until the Shaman King manga is finished too. So one of the last volumes of the Shaman King manga I got, again, one which I still got to read through, is the Shaman King 3-in-1 Frikadansha, volumes 17, 18, and 19. And on it's got like a bit of a mix of characters on who's on it. We've got Faust, we've got Ren. Ren's a character I like. And then there's, I think it's Yo, which is actually on the other side. So I definitely look forward to reading through that. Another manga that I am looking forward to reading, because I've actually been reading a lot of bigger manga at the moment. So, in other words, the bigger size manga. And I'll probably start to get a video on that soon of the manga that I've been reading. And I'm going to have to work on getting the next volume connected to the series that I'm about, manga series plus anime that I'm about to bring up. And that is Vinland Saga. Oh my bloody goodness. For a freaking seinen, it is incredible. Fictional history, it is incredible. I really enjoy it. And the story frame, the artwork, some of the things that happen to Thorfinn in the story, oh my goodness. I need to get volume 12 of the run, because I finished volume 11 recently. I also finished some Junji Ito. In other words, I finished my first Junji Ito manga. And I must admit, I think I might end up picking up another one of his. In fact, I do have another one of his, I believe, having to do with a cat, which I'm going to have to find time to read. And I got to also find where I put that as well. And last but not least, I also plan on reading by Monkey Punch some Lupin, the Third Greatest Heists. I recently saw this being reviewed on the Thunderdome channel with Tim Lim. No. Not Tim Lim. It wasn't Tim Lim that was reviewing it. It was Mark Pellegrini. And I'm thinking of backing Carmen America. Or I do want to back Carmen America, but I'm just trying to get some things fixed up first before that happens. In other words, making sure that I've got enough money to cover it, plus whatever else. So I really want to... I already know what perk I want to... Well, I already know what one I want to pick out of their perks or their choices. Also waiting for the She Omnibus to arrive. which is connected to Billy Tucci. I don't care if he's pro Comicsgate or not. I don't side with any side of that. I'm just up for wanting to read a good story. And as soon as he's able to get it out here in Australia, the better. And I'd also love to review it on the channel. I also need to review some Douglas Ernst. He's Soul Finder. Definitely pick up his first one and definitely check out his sequel. I've heard some people enjoy it. Others have found a little bit of fault in it, and that's fine. And you know what? He is also willing to hear back from those who buy his content and what they thought of it. Oh my goodness. So 7 Deadly Sins and Parasite manga you should read. Well, Michael Brent, you know what? I would actually like to read the 7 Deadly Sins manga. And I've noticed that recently that Kodansha have announced like a box set in connection to the 7 Deadly Sins. And I'd really like to get that. And I think the first box set consists of like the first 7 volumes of the series. And I think that would be a really nice way for me to begin reading that series. I've also heard that there are some people who enjoy Fairy Tail. I don't know if they've done a box set of sorts in regards to what's that other Hiro Mashima manga. Is it Rage Master or Game Master, something like that? That's something I'd like to see a bit of a box set for as well. Also, other box sets I'd like to get a hold of would be Attack on Titan. I want to get all of the box sets around that. I want to get all of the. I want to get Bakuman. I'd like to get that box set. There's another one. Thank you, Rave Master. Thank you for correcting me on that, Shinkai. I knew it started with an R. I think I mentioned Rage Master before, but I did remember that it did have an R in it. So thank you for correcting me on that. So yeah, it's Rave Master, not Rage Master. Fairy Tail, I think it's up to box set volume, I think it's 4 or 5 right now. Also, there is a manga called Heroes. That's a crossover of Fairy Tail, Rave Master, and Eden Zero. Now, that is something I am going to have to try to get across. That is something I am going to have to try to get a hold of that. Michael Brent says Rave Master, Duel Master, and Sailor Moon are underrated. And I'm glad you think that they're underrated. And I would actually like to check out Rave Master because there is actually one channel on YouTube that does actually speak about Rave Master and also Fairy Tail quite a lot, as well as Eden Zero, and that is Rax the Hero. And I'd have to say, without Rax the Hero's channel, and also Magabats, I wouldn't have checked out the Eden Zero manga. And being completely honest, I am very new to Hiro Mashima's work. Of what I have read of it so far, of the Eden Zero, I enjoy it as much as the anime. And I'm looking forward to sort of like catching up where the anime left off from. So that's one thing. And that where the anime left off from, it was the Sunjul arc. And that was pretty much its last arc in that. Where it will take place after that, well, the only place I'm going to learn about that is by going to the manga. So I'm definitely looking forward to learning about that, or learning of what's going to be coming ahead. Rave Master, I don't know anything about. Being blunt and honest here, I don't know anything about Rave Master. How it works, what's good in it, what's not good in it, what the characters are like, what the arcs are like, let alone how many volumes are there to the series. I got no idea in regards to that as well. Okay, what's kind of underrated is Law of Ueke. Sorry if I butchered that. Law of Ueke. In my top 3 tournament animes, along with Shaman King and Marken Awaken Romance. Oh, Michael Brent, you remind me of some manga that I really need to pick up. And that is High School D&D. High School D&D is actually something I want to watch the anime of, but I also want to read the manga of. Freeze I've not watched. Seraph of the End, I have actually heard that that's actually got a good story to it. Black Bullet I've not watched. Shield Hero Rising, that is an anime I do need to go back and watch. I'm thinking of maybe restarting it again from the beginning though, because with the series I ended up getting towards the end of like the first season, but I forget whereabouts where I was in the first season. So if it means rewatching the whole series again and getting up a review of it on the channel, so bloody be it. But yes, I do need the... there's also meant to be some light novels and as well as some manga connected to Shield Hero Rising, which I wouldn't mind checking out as well. What else do you think are underrated manga and anime? Or on the topics of things that are underrated, seeing it's been brought up by the subscribers to the channel, what would I consider my top 3 underrated? Okay. Directing it at myself, what would be my top 3 underrated? Good question. Definitely Reborn. That would be number 1. That would be number 1 in my category. Number 2 would be Kazukato's Blue Exorcist. It needs another season. I'm just saying. Another season that's also manga direct. I won't mention Full Metal Alchemist. I think Full Metal Alchemist is fine as it is, with its manga and anime. And on the topic of Full Metal Alchemist, I do need to work on getting a hold of the light novels connected to the series. But thing is, I don't know how many light novels there are to the series. I think there's maybe 3 or 4 overall. That's just by rough guessing it. So that is something I'm going to have to work on getting a hold of. Because I know there's also a light novel that comes with the manga box set. What would be my third underrated? Oh, good question. Have I watched or read enough manga to actually? Probably Shaman King. It needs more viewers. It needs more people speaking about it on the channel. Because it's one of those series that I was used to checking out. Definitely Shaman King. So, haven't heard of Freeze, but have heard of Freezing. Hyperdimensional Neptuna, Senran Kaguro Ikitosen, and No Game, No Life. Freezing, yes. Michael Brent for the longest time. Sennheiser from Freezing was my main waifu. Oh, and speaking about waifus, or good waifu characters, another series that I'm going to need to catch up with anime-wise. And I've also got the manga to it as well, and it's called... hopefully I might be able to get a review for this on the channel too. It's called Superheroes. It's an interesting story. I've probably watched to about episodes 5 to 7. But since things changed over Anime Lab, guess what that means? I got to pretty much find somewhere where I can watch it from beginning to end. It does have a little bit of a hentai format to it, but you can watch both the censored version as well as an uncensored version. I think in my case, I'll have to watch the uncensored version, but give spoiled censor version content. When I get to reviewing it on the channel. But I'll say one thing about the series: at least it respects females as females, female characters as feminine characters. Rias Mori, Pollute, Kid Icarus Uprising, Lucky from Fairy Tail, Neptune from Purple Heart, and Zelda my waifu. Hey, if you want waifus, you could always see Monster Mastery. Bit of a lively audience tonight. I like it. I'm glad that this is a subscriber catch-up live stream. Why? Because it's not just about me. It's also about the subscribers. And also what they're watching and enjoying. Oh. Ooh. What are some comics that you're looking forward to reading? Oh, actually, no. Not comics. Let's go a little bit longer. What are comics, manga, trades, anime that you're looking forward to checking out this year? Or will be coming out this year? Whether it's around whether it's a comic event that you're looking forward to that might be happening this year, or just maybe a comic issue, and that also applies to anime, manga, whatever else, or even the Korean manhwa, something in webtoons that you might be looking forward to that they could be releasing in the future. And I'm definitely looking forward to doing the next webtoons, the Super Sons Fortress of Attitude, Wayne Family Adventures. Oh, by the way, Superboy gets a mention in one of the latest upcoming webtoons in the Wayne Family Adventures. Okay, or high school D&D where Rias Gremory or or Neptunia or Neptune from Hyperdimensional Neptune. Oh, now tomorrow I have a live stream planned to cover some of the upcoming manga, as not just the manga, but also upcoming comics. And hello to Mr. Russian Bot, or should we say hello to Mr. Bot. Thank you for showing up on the channel. We appreciate you helping to bring up the views. So let's put you on timeout for a little while. Shinkai says, for me, it's Spy X Family or Spy Family. Manga is funny and wholesome. And didn't they bring out a trailer for it, Shinkai, for Spy X for Spy Family over in Japan, and that will be released, I think, sometime this year. It's either mid this year or towards the end of this year when it will be released. At the moment, in the comic side of things, we need more Super Sons. Get Tom Taylor off Son of Kal-El. Let's rebrand the thing and let's call it Super Sons. Get Peter G. Tomasi back. Alrighty. Oh, what more? Oh, how about are there any old series that you've caught up with? Old television series, anime series? that you might be catching up with. Even if it's like super old, going back as far as the 80s or the 70s. I don't care how old the series is. I ended up coming across one site that covered a television series that I have been wanting to rewatch. It's got the actor known as Jeffrey Meek in it, and it's called Raven. It's a bit of a martial arts series. I'm definitely looking forward to sort of like wanting to go back and rewatch it. So that's something that I've sort of like found. Shinkai, I think Spy Family, I think, is coming out in April or May. Well, I hope things go well with that series. Another animated series which I'd actually like to watch, which I'm also reading the manga to, is Komi Can't Communicate. And by what I already hear, they're already setting up for season 2. In other words, season 2 is a big go. With season 1 complete, they're already jumping straight into season 2. And or jumping into making season 2. And I really hope they put a lot of time and effort in regards to that series, because I really look forward to when that series does finally come to an end. We haven't even gotten volume 20 of Komi Can't Communicate here in the West yet. I think it's a little over volume 20 in Japan right now. But it is a lovely, heartwarming slice of life little manga series that I personally enjoy reading. Actually, on the topic of manga in line to be read, I've got Neuro Rise of the Yokai Clan, which I'm really looking forward to reading. Some Fire Force. Hopefully I should be beginning that soon. With some trades as well, on the topic of graphic novels. I've got some Talia al Ghul, some Batman, Creature of the Night, some Batman Beyond, quite a bit of Batman Beyond, which I'll be reading from, some Flash. I'll be reading some of the Joshua Williamson Flash. I should be able to make a start on Image Comics The Darkness sometime this year. Catching up with some Firepower. I'm starting to feel a little bit worn out. But I won't let that stop me. Of course, other manga that I really want to catch up with is I'm Standing on a Million Lives. And Michael Brent, you're going to like this, because another manga that I'll be reading is The Misfit of Demon King Academy. Because I remember you speaking about the anime and how much you liked it. And I should actually finally making progress in making a start on that. She and Her Cat by Makoto Shinkai. Of course, catching up with some more Boruto. I'm standing on a million lives. Finally, the Orange manga, the first volume, the second volume, and the one that addresses the future. That is something that I really want to read. I'm trying to catch up with starting to reach Rurouni Kenshin because I want to read that manga. Some Moriarty, Fly Me to the Moon, which is also called Tonikawa, to which it also has an animated series. And I think with that manga, I think it's starting to slowly reach a close by what I have seen of the manga covers. Some light novels I've been watching. Of course, there's some Jujutsu Kaisen I need to catch up with. I got a little bit of shoujo here. And also some other indie manga. We've got Boy Meet, My Love Mix Up, Sasaki and Miyano. My goodness. We've got some light novels as well, such as Classroom of the Elite. I've got a Demon Slayer manga, which is called Stories of Water and Flame. So that's in the list to read. I am going to have to work on getting some more Classroom of the Elite manga, or light novel. I've got Persona 5 manga, something else I need to catch up with. Of course, some back to Boruto again. I also want to read some Witchblade this year if I can. If not Witchblade, it'll be whatever else I can find on the shelf. But one of the key things I really want to do this year is make some progress in regards to the box sets. Classroom of the Elite really needs a season 2. Shinkai, I completely agree with you. It does need a season 2. And it's been left for too long. Seriously, it has been left for too long. I've been reading the light novels of it. But of course, I'm looking forward to finishing what I can finish of that so far. I do need to catch up with purchasing the other light novels that are connected to the series. But finally, they've started to release the Classroom of the Elite manga. Or they're getting ready to release the Classroom of the Elite manga. Now, I've always been wanting to read it in the manga, but I've been stuck with getting the light novels. On the topic of other manga, which is very similar to that, I need to catch up with Devil as a part-timer. I've read the first 2 volumes. I need to catch up with the next couple. I also need to work on collecting more Black Butler manga. But I also need to work on making a start on it too. So whenever I can get that bloody done, I'll get that bloody done. And that's finally being set up on my bookshelf so I can start to read that manga. My goodness. Another manga that I need to catch up with is the Shinji Ikari project, Neon Genesis Evangelion 3-in-1s. That's another manga I need to catch up with too. I also want to try to make a start in reading the Gaiva manga, which I have here. And that will probably be covered on the channel too. Even though I haven't reached around 300 subs, which was one of my original ideas with that manga. So it looks like that idea is going to have to be set aside. Set aside to not happening, and I'm going to have to go other ways, another way to reviewing it. Another thing that I do need to do is also catch up with the Gaiva anime, because I'd actually like to go back and rewatch, if possible, the original connected to the series, like for when it first came out. I'd also like to go back and rewatch the Neon Genesis series, the Evangelion series. But in the process, I want to watch everything connected to it, like from first to last, and also give a review, like on the first season or like on the first series, then go to the OVAs and whatever else there, and also the other anime connected to the series. And I really want to get across to watching, I think it's called Thrice Upon a Time, in regards to Evangelion. That is one I haven't watched, but I want to watch. But I don't know how that anime is set up. Is it set up in episodes? Is it set up in a whole movie? Any of the subscribers who happen to know, please let me know. And I mean it, please let me know. Oh my goodness. I think I'm starting to reach what will probably become the end of the live stream. So if there's anything else that you'd like to share before this live stream ends, let me know now. Or if there's anything else that you'd like to bring up before the live stream ends, let me know now in the text. And one thing I'd like to do as well with the subscribers, maybe to the subscribers that do actually watch and review the channel, would any of you like to have an invitation to join me on a subscriber catch-up live stream? Because it would get a little bit more conversation happening on the channel. Not just what's seen in the text. Because tomorrow I'll be covering... what is it? The Solicitation Station, the next episode of that. And it's actually hard... it's surprising to see that it's actually reached episode 11 already. The Solicitation Station. But on top of that, I also hope you enjoyed a topic that is going to be brought up on The Joke as well this week. And that is having to do with the topic of the crisis of the continuity, and also still too much Batman. I thought I'd include that on the thumbnail as well, and I really hope you find the time to drop by and see that, because I'd love to hear back what the subscribers think about what's happening over at DC Comics in regards to especially the continuity crisis. And it's a infinite crisis of and I'll be using a bit of an article in relation to it or in connection to it on the channel. So you might want to go over there. I already have the article as a pinned chat, so you can go check it out and read it for yourself. And later, again, that article will be released on the channel itself. Well, if no one has anything else to say, I might just do one thing, and that is share this. I decided to show that to those who didn't actually get to see the new opening to that's a Tehillim29 subscriber catch-up live stream. Especially earlier on, because I know that when I first started, there weren't very many people who actually got to see that. So I thought I'd show it again as it draws close to the end of the live stream. And as we can see here, we've got someone else who drops by the channel. And it's good to see you, Brandon Looney Tunes. And great job and well done in getting 319 subscribers. You're doing way better than me, but I don't really care. Well done anyway. So good job with that. Keep up the great work. Hey, maybe one day we could probably have you on the channel. Which would be nice too. What are you doing? What was I doing, Michael Brent? Were you asking me or were you asking Brandon? What I was doing before, if you're asking me, is I decided to show the opening for the new opening for the Tehillim29 subscriber catch-up live streams. And I had to come up with something small, basic, but still gets the point across, with a bit of a mix of like some of the music that I've also used in regards to sort of like promoting reviews that go up on the channel. So also how I've done some reviews up on the channel. On the topic of Assassination Classroom is another anime you should get into. Thing is, Michael Brent, I have watched all of the anime. In fact, there's just one thing I do need to watch in relation to the anime, and that's the OVA, to which takes place after the events of like the whole Assassination Classroom event. And I'm really looking forward to actually making a start on the manga of it this year. So I've had the box set, but now it's time to work on making a actual start on the manga. And in other words, it's time to stop letting other manga get in the way of what I've already been reading. It's time to give some of these box sets a bit of a chance, so I can get them read, out of the way, reviewed on the channel, what I thought of it, what I thought of the series. If I did get to watch the anime, what were some things in the anime which it did right, and what were some things to which the manga might have done right, to which the anime might have stuffed up. So it does leave those questions, or even what were some things that might have changed in the anime that didn't show up in the manga, and vice versa. Who were my favorite characters that I don't know yet? What were my favorite stories in it? I don't know yet. I can't really give a answer on that. But these are just some things that I can think about before I get around to reviewing it, or reading and reviewing it. Well, thank you to all who made it to the channel. I think it's time to start to end the live stream. I can't do this without you, the awesome subscribers of the channel. And hopefully, in all due time and essence, including when YouTube stops taking advantage of my hours on the channel, because I have been watching what's been happening with my hours on the channel. It's been flipping and changing on the hours of the channel. At one time, I had it at 217 hours that had been watched publicly. I hope you live stream again, but this time you talk about anime. That's not a bad idea, Michael Brent. Maybe an idea for the next live stream. Maybe we could set the theme directly on anime. So thank you for the idea and suggestion. I'll definitely take that to heart. What else? Oh, another thing that I've also noticed that YouTube have been playing with has been my subscriber count. And with the present subscriber count, it's showing me at 224. Now, I know at one time I had just under 230 subscribers. And I was really close to 230 subscribers until all of a sudden, of course, shite hit the fan of what some of the things that YouTube was doing, and they brought it down to about 200 subscribers to 222, and it's been bouncing up around that many subs. The last count on it at the moment has been 224. I was really sort of hoping of reaching 250 to 250 plus subscribers before the end of the year last year. So I know for a fact that YouTube are playing games, including its algorithm, which is racist. Yes, plus fascists and other little things, because of the techno totalitarians that are running YouTube at the moment. And of course, they don't want little to gain big. But you know what? Who cares what they think? I'm still going to continue to put out content of the things I love and enjoy. And not only that, also see what other people personally enjoy alongside what I also enjoy. If it's something in relation to anime, hey, we get to have something in relation to anime that we enjoy. If it's in relation to manga, it's in something in relation to manga we enjoy. If it's in relation to figures, it's in relation to figures we enjoy. And the list continues. So I'm going to leave on this message. Let's break the algorithm. I mean it. Let's break the algorithm. Kingdom Hearts 4 and Kingdom Hearts anime might be coming. Oh, that sounds interesting, Michael Brent. Well, almost up to the 2-hour mark. Should we go up to the 2-hour mark and then end the stream there? That's if the subscribers are up for it. Would the subscribers like to try to reach the 2-hour mark? Yes, no? Okay, starting to slowly approach the 1 hour 55 mark. Okie dokie. Big thanks to all the subscribers who made it to the channel today. And thank you so much for dropping by. To those who do have channels of their own, I hope you still continue to grow in your subscriber numbers. Okay, as for Shinkai, he's got to go and eat dinner. I hope you have a good rest of the day. I certainly intend to, Shinkai, and I hope you enjoy your dinner as well and have an awesome day. And take care of yourself. I'll probably see you. Actually, I might see you in tomorrow's live stream if you decide to drop by. If I don't see you there, I'll probably see you at the Bounding in the Comics live stream, to which we both talk a lot in the chat. And towards the end of the week, of course, to those who are still paying attention, there is going to be another Joker's Wild live stream. And I think it's time to do like another one or another episode of that. And I hope you decide to drop by if you're able to drop by. If not, no problems. You can always come back and watch the live stream later when you've got spare time. Until then, have yourself an awesome day. And this is the Tehillim subscriber catch-up live stream, as I cannot do this without you, my awesome subscribers.